In 1940, many things happened of cultural significance. Robin made his debut in Detective Comics number 38. Walt Disney released his second feature film, Pinocchio. Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny began their lifelong legendary feud. My dad was born, and a certain cat and mouse would make animation history. These ones. So here we have it. This is the Tom and Jerry, the golden era. This is the complete theatrical series of Tom and Jerry shorts that were of course shown before the actual movie. And it wouldn't be a Tom and Jerry movie. But yeah, these are complete and uncut. They are from the Warner Brothers archives. Any previous versions of this released, not on Blu-ray, but on DVD and so forth, are inferior, as well as edited, cut pieces, and just, yeah, not good. So this is really worthwhile getting. As you can tell, I am a bit of a fan of Tom and Jerry. I have been for a very, very long time, like probably around the mid-80s. I got my first VHS with Tom and Jerry on it, and I remember having to go to bed early because that's unfortunately what you had to do when you were a little kid, and I woke up to laughing, and I honestly was like, what the hell is so funny to wake me up on a school night? And I actually came out into the lounge, and there was my dad with one of his friends, and they were watching Tom and Jerry on the video, and they were laughing with it. And I kind of snuck in and sat down, and they kind of let me watch it, which was really strange because it was like, you know, really late at night, and I was allowed to do that. So that's a fond memory for me. But I have always loved Tom and Jerry. I have a book that was for the 50th anniversary from Angus and Robertson. Now, Angus and Robertson used to be a fantastic bookshop. Unfortunately, it died with everything else, you know. So, but yeah, fond memories of Angus and Robertson. And this book is like an amazing book. It has, like, you know, all the animations. This does come with a booklet as well, but this is far superior to that, and talks about, you know, all the history of, well, up to that point, 50 years of Tom and Jerry. So there was Tom and Jerry Kids, and which I never saw, but it was Hanna-Barbera's return to Tom and Jerry. Of course, we can't talk about Tom and Jerry without Hanna-Barbera. They originated, and this is what made them so popular later on. It's a little difficult to understand just how hard it is to get into the animation field. And when Tom and Jerry first appeared, it wasn't actually called Tom and Jerry. It was just a cat, and I believe the name of the cat was called Jasper, and the mouse was unnamed, and they knew that they had something with these characters, and it would be the next episode or short that would be the defining Tom and Jerry. Tom didn't look like Tom for the longest time, probably in the first five shorts. He was evolving, so it wasn't quite this cat yet, but of course eventually it would be. Now, this box set that comes from Warner Archive is just beautiful. I have a few issues with it, mainly a lot of artifacts in the actual when they've actually produced the video itself. There is a certain, yeah, like I said, artifacts of like digital artifacty in some of the colours and so forth. But other than that, like I said, this is uncut. It's a beautiful, beautiful set. It comes with the previous, there's been 2 releases of Tom and Jerry on Blu-ray. The first set of theatrical shorts and the CinemaScope ones as well, which I also bought. But this includes all of those, as well as, of course, all the others that are over 18 years. So there's the box set there. So we've got all these different ones, and of course I think they're the special features. And yeah, it's an amazing thing. A character returns that was originally cut from a lot of years. That would be the character of Mammy Two Shoes. That's not her real name, but it's a cultural thing where, you know, they don't want to offend, and this goes back to the 60s where they didn't want to offend black people. So they actually redid some of the animation for television, and they are what ended up on the DVD releases, and really not worth it. So I do have the DVDs because I really didn't think that they would do this and release this uncut and unedited. And that now they have it, I've got it, and you can't take it away. But anyway, this comes with, like I said, a booklet. It's mostly the art of Tom and Jerry. There's Mammy. Well, actually, no, that's a slightly different one because they did change her. Mammy sort of got the hard shift and they replaced with the new owner. I think the weird thing is with Mammy Two Shoes is that she was voiced by a black actress. So it wasn't a caricature, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, this artwork is amazing. And of course, I think some of this doesn't end up in my book, in this book that I'm talking about. So yeah, but I have always been a fan of these characters, and it is, oh, look at that, Touche Pussycat. And one of my other favourite characters is Tuffy. The little grey mouse, and he was he had a little diaper and everything, and I really loved Tuffy. So I remember back in the 80s as well that my sister, there was Anchors Away was going to be on television, and it was on really late at night, and my sister said, oh, you have to stay up for this because it has Jerry dancing with Gene Kelly. So I stayed up for the entire friggin' night, and Jerry didn't show up till like the last half hour or whatever, and it was really, I remember just being really tired, and it's like, Jerry's on, and I'm like, oh, he is. But this actually does include that clip with Jerry. Of course, infamously, it was supposed to be Mickey Mouse, and they couldn't get the rights to Mickey, so and of course, you know, Gene Kelly, even with his star power, couldn't get Mickey. So they ended up getting, I think it was because it was an MGM film, they used Jerry. And of course, it worked out better. And I think even Jerry talks in it very briefly. But yes, this does include that as an extra. And of course, it's been digitally remade, as all of this is. And yeah, like I said, I'm not sure how many cartoons are in this. I think it's it's well over 100. It's about 114, I believe. 114. But anyway, if you are a Tom and Jerry fan, and you do love Tom and Jerry, you love the original cat and mouse, forget about Itchy and Scratchy, forget about all the others. So, well worth it. I paid well over $100 for it. It is worth every penny. It is worth every penny. And it does, even though some of the cartoon shorts are 4:3, they do go into, of course, the CinemaScope ones and the widescreen ones, and are well worth your time. You can get this on Amazon now. I think it's well under $100 now, and this is Australian money, of course. So, but it is well worth it. Just go out and get it. leave it on in the background, whatever you're doing. You know, if you're cleaning or whatever like that, you'll keep looking at the TV and laugh. It's just one of those great cartoons that you cannot get nowadays. And it's just, yeah, this is, you know, I think this was released on Laserdisc at some point. Even then, the Laserdiscs were not the greatest. This is for me, if this came out in 4K, I would buy it. That's how good this is. I know that the 4K would even be better and that some of the artifacting would be gone. So, but besides that, it is really nice. It's a nice transfer. They have taken their time and their love of Tom and Jerry and have done an amazing job. So, with that, who am I? Well, I'm Mac Pot and I'm a Tom and Jerry fan. And I'll see you next time.